She's been asked 1,000 questions before. What do you do? Where are you from? What kind of music do you like? And every time she gives the same tired answer, the same guarded smile, the same rehearsed reply. Because most men are copy-pasted from the same script. They don't make her feel anything. They don't awaken that storm of curiosity, that pulse of anticipation, that slow burning fire of desire that lives deep inside her. But what if you asked a question so unexpected, so emotionally intimate, that it disarmed her, that it cracked open a door she's kept locked for years, that it made her feel exposed, seen alive? What if instead of playing the role of a charming stranger, you became the man who made her question everything? She thought she knew about connection. You see, attraction doesn't begin with a perfect body or a pretty face. It begins in the spaces between silence and speech. It's born in the moment. She hears a question that no one else dared to ask, a question that slips past her defenses and into her imagination. Because when a woman starts imagining you desire isn't far behind. And here's the truth. You don't need to touch her, impress her, or chase her. All you need is the right question and the courage to ask it with stillness, confidence, and presence. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 of the most psychologically seductive questions ever spoken, questions that bypass logic and speak directly to her emotional core. Questions that will cause her to lean in, soften, open up, and feel something real. These aren't pickup lines. These aren't gimmicks. These are tools of psychological attraction. And once you learn how to use them, you'll never chase another woman again. She'll feel something around you. She doesn't feel with anyone else, and she won't know why. Let's begin. You might have noticed this before, that there's a difference between women who are physically interested and women who are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually drawn to you. The ones who laugh at your jokes, but don't stay, the ones who smile when you talk, but don't remember your words, later true desire, the kind that keeps her thinking about you, long after the conversation ends, lives deep beneath surface attraction. It's hidden in how you make her feel about herself, how you ignite her mind, and how you open a door to her secret world. Most men miss this entirely. They get caught up in appearances, status, or cheap compliments, hoping that these things alone will create chemistry. But what really sparks her curiosity, her emotional hunger, and that subtle pull toward you is your ability to connect on a level that feels rare, vulnerable, and intoxicating. And the fastest way to do that isn't by talking about yourself. It's by asking the right questions. Questions that don't just scratch the surface, but cut deep, questions that make her reveal parts of herself she hides even from her closest friends. Questions that invite her to feel seen, understood, and safe. And in that safety, desire begins to bloom. You might feel unsure at first, afraid these questions are too intimate or risky. But the truth is, when you ask them with confidence and presence, you're not invading her privacy. You're creating a space where she wants to open up. That space is where emotional connection happens, where tension builds quietly, where attraction moves beyond looks and into the realm of the unforgettable. By the time you're done watching this video, you'll have a set of 7 powerful psychological questions that are guaranteed to make her think about you, even when you're not around. Because desire is not just about chemistry or timing. It's about the questions that shape her inner world. Let's unlock that. Now, what's something about you that most people never get to see? This question is more than a simple icebreaker. It's an invitation into her hidden world. Everyone has parts of themselves they protect carefully, tucked away from the judgment or misunderstanding of others. By asking this, you're telling her that you want to meet her. Beyond the surface, you want to know the real her, not the polished version she shows the world. It triggers a powerful psychological effect. The desire to be truly seen and accepted for who she is when she begins to open up. Even just a little, she's breaking down walls. This act of vulnerability releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone which creates feelings of trust and intimacy. Suddenly, your presence feels safe and magnetic. She starts to associate you with a rare and precious experience being understood, and in that space, desire starts to quietly take root. 2. If you could relive one moment in your life, what would it be, and why? Here you're guiding her to reconnect with a memory that holds deep emotional resonance. Memories are often tied to feelings: joy, pain, love, regret, or triumph. When she shares a story about a moment, this is powerful because emotional intensity creates lasting impressions. You aren't just hearing a story, you are witnessing a piece of her soul. This act of sharing and receiving
attention creates an emotional echo, making her feel closer to you. Your role here is simple. Listen, reflect, and let her feel the importance of that memory again, but this time in your presence. Desire grows when she associates those intense feelings with you. 3. What's a dream you've kept to yourself because you weren't sure anyone would understand it? Dreams and ambitions are sacred and vulnerable parts of a person's identity. Most people don't share their true dreams because of fear of judgment or rejection. By asking this question, you become the safe harbor for her inner world. You communicate that you're not here for superficial chat. You want to understand her deepest hopes. This is profoundly disarming. When she reveals her hidden aspirations, you tap into her longing and vulnerability, sparking a connection that goes far beyond physical attraction. This vulnerability fosters trust, and trust lays the foundation for deep desire. It tells her you value not just who she is, but who she is becoming. 4. When was the last time you felt completely alive, and what were you doing? Desire is often sparked not by the mundane, but by the moments that make us feel vibrant, passionate, and alive. This question calls her to revisit those intense experiences where she felt fully connected to life, whether it was through adventure, creativity, love, or personal achievement. By having her articulate what makes her feel alive, you give her permission to remember her own passions and vitality. This reigniting of joy and excitement in her mind is contagious. When she associates those feelings with your presence or your conversation, attraction deepens. You position yourself as a man who appreciates authentic living, who values not just the moment, but the essence of what makes her unique. 5. What's the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself in the past year? Self-awareness and growth are deeply intimate themes. This question encourages reflection on her personal evolution, the lessons she's learned, the changes she's undergone, and the challenges she's overcome. When a woman talks about her growth, she's inviting you into her journey, a journey that few men ever get to witness. This creates a sense of exclusivity and connection. It tells her you respect and admire the complexity of her inner world, not just her outward appearance. Being part of this ongoing story makes you unforgettable. It fosters admiration, respect, and a profound emotional bond, key ingredients in the chemistry of desire. 6. If you could change one thing about how people see you, what would it be? Everyone struggles with how they're perceived by others, especially women who often feel boxed into societal expectations or stereotypes. This question reveals her insecurities and desires to be understood on a deeper level. When you ask this with genuine curiosity, you differentiate yourself from the typical man who only sees surface-level traits. You show her you want to know the real story.
Understanding creates emotional safety and connection. She feels that you're interested in her authentic self, which makes your presence more magnetic. The more she trusts you with these vulnerable truths, the stronger her attraction grows. 7. What do you think? Love really means. Love is the most profound human experience, full of hope, fear, dreams, and vulnerability. This question shifts the conversation from surface level interaction to deep emotional exploration. When you ask a woman about her understanding of love, you're inviting her to share her beliefs, her wounds, and her desires. This moment is charged with emotional potential. Listening deeply here signals that you're not just interested in fleeting attraction or physical connection. You want to understand her heart. This kind of meaningful dialogue creates a powerful emotional bond. It invites her to imagine a connection with you that transcends the ordinary desire, flourishes in this space of shared vulnerability and profound understanding. Each of these 7 questions taps into the core of what women crave to be seen, understood, and valued for their true selves. When you ask them with calm confidence and genuine curiosity, you create a space where desire naturally grows. This is not about manipulation or tricks. It's about connection, presence, and emotional resonance. And when a woman feels truly connected to you on this level, she won't be able to stop thinking about you even when you're silent. Now that you understand these 7 profound psychological questions, the keys to unlocking her heart and mind without uttering a word more, it's time to reflect on what true connection really means. It's never about rushing, forcing, or manipulating someone's feelings. Instead, it's about cultivating an atmosphere where trust, vulnerability, and authentic understanding can thrive. When you ask these questions with genuine curiosity and calm confidence, you signal that you are a man who values more than just appearances or shallow interactions. You become someone who sees the woman beneath the surface, her dreams, her fears, her passions, and that rare respect and presence is magnetic beyond measure. Remember, attraction is not a game to be won. It's a dance of energies, a meeting of souls. When she senses you truly want to understand and appreciate her for who she really is, it sparks a desire that goes far deeper than any casual flirtation. It's a desire rooted in emotional intimacy and respect, the foundation of every meaningful relationship. So here's what I want you to do next. Take these questions and make them a part of your conversations, but do it naturally. Don't bombard her with all 7 at once. Rather, weave them into your dialogue over time. Listen with intention. Let her feel heard and valued. That's where the real magic happens. And don't forget this crucial point. Your mindset matters just as much as your words. Approach these moments with calmness, patience, and the sincere desire to connect, not to impress. When you embody that energy, it's impossible not to be magnetic if you're ready to take your interactions to a
whole new level, to become the kind of man women are drawn to because of who you are, not just what you say. Then start today. Practice these questions. Practice presence. Practice understanding. If you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more insights into psychology, attraction, and the art of meaningful connection. Like this video if you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself, a man who attracts effortlessly because he understands deeply. And comment below which of these questions resonated with you the most. Have you ever asked something similar and noticed a shift in your connection? Sharing your experience can help others on this journey too. Remember, real attraction starts with real understanding. Start there and everything else will follow. Thank you for and until next time, stay calm, stay confident, and stay connected.